as you can tell, I'm getting ready to do book roast. Is magical edition. Magical Readathon Winter Edition that she's doing, where you're supposed to open up a door each week, and so on. So I'm going to be reading it to you from my laptop. So if I'm looking this way and not looking at you guys know why, because it's like a story and then all this kind of stuff. So I open the door, and the first thing it says is chapter 1, and you're supposed to read it. It says, it's quiet even at Pivot Drive. The Dursleys have some guests to impress, and you're told to remain silent and pretend that you don't exist. Somehow a kind comment by them. Honestly, works fine for you. You've been meaning to get some reading done for next year's Transfiguration. Professor McGunglegore, I can never say your name right anyways, but did not leave you without homework, and you did sort of wait until the end of the summer to get to it. About 15 minutes of reading, you lower your book slightly and jump up, clutching your hand to your chest as you notice 2 tennis ball-sized eyes staring right at you behind your book. A curious, very loud creature, he introduces himself as Dobby. Not wanting to attract any more attention to your room, you invite Dobby to sit down. Let me bring it down some more if I can read what it says next. Sit down, he wailed. Never, never, ever. Harry thought he heard the voices downstairs falter. I'm sorry, he whispered. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. Offend Dobby? Choked the elf. Dobby has never been asked to sit down by a wizard like an equal. Dobby startled by your kind Dementor, and is causing quite a commotion with his sobbing and stomping. He asks you not to go back to Hogwarts. Obviously, you cannot do that. Who in their right mind skips out on Hogwarts, especially when the alternative is this place? But you do need to get him to calm down, or you'll be in deep trouble. What do you do? And it says, click down the parchment below. Clicking on the text will not work. Aim at the paper. So should you falsely promise that you won't go back to Hogwarts so Dobby leaves, or make no promises and continue to try to talk him out of it? Now, I'm going to do something that I normally wouldn't do. I would pretend like I'm not going to go back. So we're going to do that. The next one says, Dobby falls to the floor, sobbing even more, grateful and relieved by your lie. He is convinced that you won't be stepping foot into Hogwarts this year. After some reassurance, he gathers himself, bows low, and, with a click of his finger, vanishes. Just in time, as Uncle Dursley barges into your room to shh you, puncturing his speech with some of his usual threats. All you can focus on is the wiggling of the horrid caterpillar mustache through the damn thing is distracting. Thankfully, the rest of the night goes smoothly. You read through all the letters that Dobby has omitted to intercept from your friends, and you cannot wait to get back to Hogwarts. You will figure out what to say to Dobby if you do see him again, but you try not to feel too guilty for lying. It's not working super well, but you try. Because you still cannot write back to your friends, bloody Dursleys keeping Hedwig in a cage, the rest of the summer is quite meek. You manage to convince the Dursleys to drive you to London on the 31st of August, where you can enter Diagon Alley and stay until it's time to board the Hogwarts Express. Hopefully you can spot your friends there. Funny, as in exchange for the Dursleys driving you to London, they ask that you stay at the Hogwarts during Christmas break, or for the rest of your life, as if you ever voluntarily go back. Ha! Finally, you step through the secret entrance to Diagon Alley. You've been waiting for so many months to get even a whiff of magic, it comes as such a relief to be surrounded by the frantic rush of witches and wizards. First things first, you let Hedwig out of her cage so she can finally stretch her wings. And after you share an excited look of, yay, freedom, she flies away. What do you do next? Go to quality Quidditch supplies, of course, or straight to Flourish and Bolts? I'm going to go to Quidditch supplies, of course. Maybe I got too close to the print. Hold it. Okay. You push your way through a crowd of awestruck window shoppers to gawk at the polished beater bats, broomsticks, and various books on Quidditch history and techniques. Everything looks so pristine and so dang shiny. There's a whole wall of collectible snitches from famous matches, even one from World Cup final some years ago. Request price at front desk. You check your pockets. You have a few glinens, or how do you say that word, to treat yourself with. What do you buy? New flying gloves or Quidditch Through the Ages book? I'm going to get Quidditch Through the Ages book. Your reading prompt. Read a book that was published before you were born. Ooh, boy. A book that was published before I was born. So I got to read a book that was published before 1970. So I will have to look and let you guys know what it is as soon as I find it. Thinking maybe Secret Garden, since I didn't read it last month for, Belief-a-thon. But I'm going to see what else I have. Okay. And I'll show you if I can get it on there, I'll show you the prompt. Let me see if I can get it there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's the prompt right there. So that's what I got to do. All right, I'll be back once I figure out what I'm going to read. And then after that, I'm going to put this one up. I'm going to do the reading, separately. This is just the introduction for you guys to know what I'll be reading. But I will be back when I decide what I'm going to read. Bye for now. Hi, everybody. I'm back. So, I was looking at A Wrinkle in Time. Not all these stories in here were before I was born. Some of them were published after I was born. But the first one, it says, was published... The first one, it says, was published in 1962. So I can read the first one in A Wrinkle in Time, which is...
Yeah, the only reason why
starts on page 1.
Mom slept because she thought that she set her alarm, but she did set her alarm. She just...
It ends on 195. So 1 to 195. So this is a book I'm going to be reading, just the first story. My kids. But, yeah. So, that is what I'll be reading first. And, yeah. You know what? I think I will just read it and just add it on. No. I want you guys to see what I'm going to be reading before I start it. So, I will do this part, get it ready for you guys to see it, and then I will start a new one for the actual reading of the book. But I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll talk to you guys all later.